Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Tremont Smith. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when
and the Broncos get there and take him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off-play action. It's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A man who was lost for the year in Week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
14, fight it. Screen it.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there. And it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Alert. It's 4th down.
4th down, here's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, Williams. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They have things going their way.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Commanders' first down.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Here's Smith to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Tempo, tempo.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
With the score, Commanders 7. Broncos
Second
6.
quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try to run the ball here with Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
Second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Run it. Start.
Throwing is Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Judy. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are once again back in front. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
Faking the handoff, Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Howell throw complete there to Thomas. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Howell looking to throw again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stretched the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This from 36 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and 2, now Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Finds Dulcich out left side. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Wilson will throw again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal is to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Even if he doesn't replicate his big 2020 season, you still marvel at the work Thomas has done. Once a college quarterback, reinvented himself as a tight end, now in his 7th season at the position, and still getting 1st downs in the NFL.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Now they go play action with Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's brought down. And quickly, they get to the line. off the draw. Here's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in. Ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
2nd and goal.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal from the 6. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams.
And they went free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And this time he is in.
Javonte Williams
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Danny Johnson returning. Now here's Johnson.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Howell throwing on 1st down here.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Off play action. It's Howell. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one downfield for Dotson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, here's Howell.
And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. 4th down. Howell slings this deep for McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Touch 50, touch 50. Good shot.
Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The 71 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard
They'll
line.
run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
The 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Friday.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Howell. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
Howell to throw. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Denver, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.